Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Wednesday, where every Wednesday I post a new video. And in today's video I am going to be showing you how I made this. Let me turn my camera down a little. This little gazebo. Basically all you're going to need is a couple items. I'll show you right now what we're going to be needing for this. Set this back out of the way. I'm going to turn this back up a little. So basically what you are going to be needing is a wooden dowel. You're going to be needing mini wood sticks, is what they're called. You're going to be needing a medium-sized jumbo craft stick and your standard jumbo craft stick. You're going to be needing some shears, something to cut with. You're going to be needing a hot glue gun and, of course, glue sticks. Or you can use wood glue, which is what I normally use. When I made this one, I used wood glue. But since we are going to be making this on camera, I am going to be working with hot glue. One being it dries way faster than wood glue. So, yeah. So, like I said, this video, it took me 3 days to make this, and I'm going to try to do this video where it's not taking me, a whole lot of time to do it. So this may or may not be a two-part. We're just going to see how far we get today. So without further notice, let's just get into the video. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my camera down so y'all can see what I'm doing. And as y'all can see, I have my little helper here with me. This is Coco. She wants to be everywhere I am. So, yeah. Alright, so first things first. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make the base of the the gazebo. And I've actually already done that. Here's my base right here. But what I did, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to add a little more hot glue right here because it seems to want to come undone on me. So we're just going to put a little more hot glue there. And I'm going to hold it for a few seconds. And we're going to set that right here, right out of the way for now. But what I done was to make my base is I took two of the standard popsicle or other standard craft sticks. I cut them with my shears. And then I took another one, I cut the ends off. I did that twice. And once I had that done, I took these and then I put a little bit of hot glue on them. And I stuck them in place where I wanted them to be. I'm going to do that again. Right down on the bottom. And if you are a child and you're going to be attempting to make this, please get adult supervision when working with anything hot or sharp. So next part we're going to do is our little bars across. So we're going to go ahead and take our pencil and we're going to mark where we want to cut. I'm going to mark right there. And I'm going to cut one. And then I am going to do this. I'm going to grab 3 more. So I'll have 4 total. So let's grab one more out of my bag. And we're just going to make sure they're even. And we're going to use one as a guide, and we're just going to cut. And we're just going to go ahead and stick these down off in place. And this is what you're going to end up with. And you're going to do this a total of 5 more times, because once you make this one, you're going to make 5 more. So you're going to have a total of 6. And then you're going to put them to form a shape. This shape like this. And I'm just going to move, clean off my area. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make the floor for the gazebo. And I'm going to go ahead and use my medium-sized sticks. And I'm going to use one small. And I want to see. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is cut at an angle. Cut a little more off. I'm going to use this as a guide. And we're just going to glue that right in place, just like that. We're just going to go ahead, take our hot glue. And we're just going to go ahead and stick this right here, just like this. And you're going to have to hold it for a minute so you can allow it time to dry. And you're going to do this all the way across with your bigger sticks. I want to take this one off because it did not dry all the way. So what I'm going to do is going to go ahead and I am going to just measure. So you're going to need your pencil, and we're going to go this way, and you're going to cut. And mine need to have a little more taken off. And I'm going to grab a pair of scissors and I'm just going to clean up my ends a little, just like that. And then we're just going to try it fit again. And we're going to go ahead and stick it into place. And we're just going to stick that right down on here. And you're going to hold it for a minute to allow it some time to dry. And then you're just going to keep going across, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. So we're going to mark here, and we're going to mark here. And I'm going to round this off a little. And then we're just going to play around. Sometimes you just have to play around with it. That one didn't come out right, obviously. So we're just going to go ahead and turn this around. I'm just going to redo this one. So I'm going to come this way, and we're going to come this way. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of that off, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. This part right here is very time consuming. It took me a minute before I got it right, even with measuring, because it still could be a tad bit tricky. So I'm just going to play around with it. So we're just going to go ahead and cut. Okay. This is why I said this is the reason why it took me so long, because when I first made this, that was my very first time making one. So it did take me a couple tries to get everything lined up and measured out, and yeah. So yeah, this is not something that well, some of you may be able to just sit down and figure it out, but yeah. So now we're just going to continue. We're going to go here and here. And now we're going to go down this way. Put a little bit of glue here. Stick that on just like this. And we're going to grab our next one, which is, let me see if I want to do, nope, not going to be long enough. So basically what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and just measure just like this here, and with the popsicle sticks there, what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors, and sometimes this wood splits, so just try not to rush this step. And what I'm doing now, I'm just basically trimming off some of this so it'll fit down up in here. And I need to trim a little more. So let me see here. So basically I'm just going to have to keep cutting. And like I said, don't rush this step because you don't want your wood to split. Because if it splits, you're going to have to start the whole process. Well, not the whole thing all over again, but yeah. And I am going to cut a little bit off here. And I'm going to cut a little more off on this end. Now we're just going to cut this little piece off here. And we're just going to stick this down off in there. Just like this. Or this way. Just gonna continue to put the floor into place. When I first did this step here, it took me quite a bit of time to get the hang of it, of how it was supposed to go. So yeah, but we'll get there. I'm just gonna have to try come up with a new method. I will not be outdone. So yeah, I am just gonna have to make some things work to my advantage. And we're just going to push this down a little bit. And this part here that we cut, we're going to come back and I'm going to close that part in. But until then, we're just going to go ahead and keep going, building across. So we're going to grab some, I'm going to clean some of this out of the way. And we're going to grab some more of the sticks. And we're going to just go ahead and okay. Now it's starting to come together like I wanted it to. Taking a little bit of time, more than I would have liked. But like I said, when I first did this project, it took me 3 days. Because I was just my first time trying it. And so yeah, when you're first doing something, you got your trial and error. I wasn't perfect at it the first time, and I can't say that I'll ever be perfect at anything the first go around. So yeah. Put a little bit of glue right there. Push this in a little bit. The wind is very strong today. Sunday morning we had tornadoes touch down where I live. A tornado hit a house, or it didn't hit the house, but it took down some trees just like right down the road from where we live. So yeah, we was very blessed that we wasn't in the tornado's path. And all of this was going down while we were sleeping. We heard the wind and we heard something shatter, and that was what woke us up. And then, we realized that, how strong the winds and stuff was by that time. But, we ended up losing power also. But, in the end, we were untouched. We were safe. Not a whole lot of, damage was done. I think for the most part they just had a few trees down in their yard. I don't think it was no fatalities or anything, which is amazing, for a tornado to touch down like that, and no one was hurt, and for it to be so close to our home and just went right over us, that's like a blessing in itself. Just basically just trying to cut a little bit off of here without splitting my wood too bad. This part right here, this is the most time-consuming thing about this whole project, is making sure that you got everything perfectly perfect, so when you put the floor in, so basically I am going to have to come in and I am going to have to fix some things. So yeah. Let's just take a little bit more off.